Hey there friends, welcome back to the channel. My name is Sohum and today I'll be doing yet another triple reaction to the Grateful Dead. Each of these songs should prominently feature Bob Weir, which is going to be fun. It'll be nice to put Bob in the spotlight for a change. We're going to be checking out the songs Sugar Magnolia, Cassidy, and Estimated Profit. A massive thank you goes to Jeffrey the Catchy for this donation request. And a message to all of you. If you're watching this video still at this point in the intro, these videos, they take a lot of time, effort, and energy to make and put out on a consistent basis. So all that I ask that you do is drop a like, a comment for the YouTube algorithm so that it helps push this video out to more people, more music fans. If they don't know the Grateful Dead, they can follow along on this journey. And if they do, but they haven't found my videos yet, they can discover them that way. But that's just my one request of you all. Anyways, if you don't want to, that's all cool. Sit back, relax, and let's enjoy together. Starting with Sugar Magnolia. This feels very country. He is just vibing out. I love that. Sweet blossom, come on, under the willow. We can have high times if you look by. We can discover the wonders of nature, rolling in the rushes down by the riverside. Just got everybody dancing. She's got everything delightful. She's got everything I need. Takes the wheel when I'm seeing double. See, I love that you can still hear Jerry underneath. Their voices come together in such unique ways. She can skim the rays of violet. She can wait in a drop of dew. Oh, he's so close to that mic. Like right here. I don't know who she is, but I like her. She's got everything delightful. She's got everything I need. Breezing the pines in the summer night. This is a really catchy chorus. Yes, indeed. Sometimes when the cuckoo's then back to the verse. Honestly, this song has a very, I guess, attainable song structure. Which is not the norm when it comes to Grateful Dead. Usually I'm like fighting tooth and nail for understanding. Wow, I love this crowd shot. Not a phone in sight. Just music lovers experiencing. She might be the best dancer I've ever seen. I love this simple melody line. It's the combination of the tone, the speed of the notes. Simple is good. And what a great riff too, man. The camaraderie on this stage. I love seeing the videos, man. I know there's like a cohort of Grateful Dead fans who would rather just listen to the audio for that experience. I totally get where you're coming from. I love that as well. I think they provide different ways to experience the Grateful Dead's music, but I really love getting to see videos like this of them live. Hopefully YouTube doesn't make me block the visual, but you know, if you want to see the original, you can check it out in the description box. Oh, it's kind of like a false stop. The disco ball looks like a planet. Okay. So I believe the woman dancing is now the female vocalist here. No, it's different, okay. Different singer. This just makes me so happy hearing this. Such good vibes. Ooh, there's an explosion on stage. Love the screams from Bob. He's just screaming like it's a rock concert. I love it.
Thank you all. Good night.
I should really be thanking them instead. That is a really great performance. This first comment I'm going to make, I don't know how it'll land with all of you. Maybe it'll resonate with some, but this song, Sugar Magnolia, feels like one of the more radio-friendly songs of, outside of, or within the Grateful Dead discography. It just feels more poppy somehow, even though it is like very complex underneath the hood. Like if you were actually to sit there and analyze everything that they're doing, it is still as complex as ever with Grateful Dead, but it is comparably less complex than many of the other tracks that I've reacted to, at least on the channel. It's got this really bright, catchy chorus that anybody can sing along to, male, female. They've got that, got both of those parts accounted for. Fun to dance along to. You can see everybody having the time of their lives. It is a high energy song, and despite it being very high energy, where you could imbue a lot of the complexities that Grateful Dead tend to offer, they actually opted for more simplistic riffs, simplistic lead melodies in the guitar, and the vocals, honestly, in those like chorusy verse moments, were a big shining star to this song, a big boon. That's just my opinion. Let me know what you think about that in the comments below. But definitely super solid. I really like this song, and let's see what we have next. This next one is Cassidy. Let's see if we continue with the pop vibe.
I have seen where the wolf is fled by the silver street. I can tell by the marking that you were in his dream.
It could. We'll see where it goes.
Ah, child of countless trees.
Oh.
Ah, child of boundless sea. What you are, what you're meant to be. Speaks his name, though you were born to me. Born to me.
I'd say my initial thoughts are this is less radio friendly.
Lost now the country miles in his Cadillac.
But it is Sohum friendly.
I can tell by the way you smile, he's rolling back. Come and wash the nighttime clean. Come and grow the scorched ground green. Blow the horn and tap the tambourine. Close the gap of the dark years in between. You and me, Cassidy. Drink beaten in icy heart. Catch cold from the coffin cart. But there he goes, now here she stops, hear her cry.
Wow.
Light of the seaman, scattered like lost birds. Wheel to the storm and night.
I like that before this like slow down, the slower section here, you could headbang to the speed of the guitar riffs or to the kick drum in the drums, and it would create two different speeds. You could go like this or you could go like this, and both are viable. It just really depends on which instrument your subconscious focuses on. I'll go back and, obviously I brought it to your attention, but maybe you'll remember what your head was doing.
Light of the seaman, scattered like lost birds.
This is one.
Wheel to the storm and night.
This is two. I think either is plausible. See, only on the Sohum Reactions channel you get dialogue about headbang and the science really peeled back here.
Nothing to tell now. Let the words be yours. I'm done with mine. Flying the seabirds, scattered like confetti, wheels in the storm and fly.
Oh. Love the layering. It's almost like the ending of like an island song you may hear with ukulele. I really like that guitar solo section, man. The melody in that guitar line mixed in with these beautiful, robust, and rich chords on either side and underneath all of the craziness really created this nice like mental back and forth in my mind. And then you got the harmonies and the vocals that are sitting atop everything else, and the guitar piercing through the middle while the bubbling of the notes underneath are adding a lot of color. And to speak more on some of the chords, I did notice maybe 2 or 3 separate times a bit of a darker chord choice, or at least one note in the chord voicing that was a little bit more ominous or dissonant even. I don't know if I can point out the specific moments now. That's why I said there were like 2 to 3 small ones in that interim where we were hearing the solo starting to pick up. I really like those little moments, and it adds a lot of, if it's not on your conscious mind, then it's like this transient subconscious feeling of like, wow, this is a really cool assortment of emotions I'm getting listening to a song like this. And just because of the way my brain works, and as a reactor, I do my best to analyze the songs in real time and pick out the moments that really stick out to me. That's why I bring some of those small things up to your attention, because, you know, with the Grateful Dead, their songs are so infinitely complex. You could listen to the same song for a month straight, and with each subsequent listen, come away with a new takeaway, or you found like a new Easter egg, or really anything like that. Their catalog is so dense, and each song in that catalog is dense. Their music and the entire and like structure of their, like, all of their works, it itself is that like infinite fractal of flowers spiraling out of control and out of human understanding. I don't know if this quote exists, but I can imagine some of the Grateful Dead members saying something to the effect of, we just let the music take us where it wants to, because we don't create it, we just discover it, that kind of thing. Because somehow it feels impossible to create something this complex on the fly. And I've used this kind of terminology before in other reactions, and I believe also with the Grateful Dead, but music is viewed as a conversation rather than something with like rigid structure that is formulaic, that can be replicated. Music as a conversation allows for the multiple instruments to dynamically affect one another and create a novel experience each and every time. Every Grateful Dead conversation I hear is filled to the brim with goodies. Like, this is the best musical podcast around. Wow. One more song to check out, boys and girls. Estimated Profit. Let's check it out. bass in this. The bouncy melody above, the funky tone in the middle. There's some keys in the left headphone. This is so swaggy. What do they like put in their drinks during this Cornell University show? Because every performance I've heard from this show has been stellar. I love the character of this song. Again, swaggy was the word I used earlier. There's probably better terminology. It is groovy. It has this nice bounce. The melody is unusual but unique in the sense that like it's unusual in the sense that like it is unique and unpredictable, but I immediately grow accustomed to it. Like within the first 10 seconds I knew this was a cool cool song based on this riff. Yeah, that's all I have to say on the matter. Let's keep listening. And also Bob's vocal delivery, I was gonna say, love the fullness and a bit of that rasp in his voice. You know what's also really interesting about this one is that within this riff, it is very challenging for me to find the one. Look for where the one is. I think it's there. Or it could be shifted by half a measure. You will follow me. We will rise to glory. When I call out thunder and speak and say, and my word fills the sky with flame, and my glory gonna be my name. It's ferocious with that. And they gonna light my way. Okay, I was going to mention this earlier, but the solo needed to solo for a second. But I think if my brain is on right, I think this is in the time signature of 7/4. And that makes the most sense to me in terms of how I would count on the 1 for this riff. Oh, dude, this is real cool. And I love when Bob takes like ownership of the song vocally. He can completely transform the feel of Grateful Dead. Like if you were to sing the same exact thing from Jerry, we know Jerry's voice is a little bit, let's say, thinner. Bob's voice has a lot more width and potential for rasp and grit. And for me, because I love a lot of metal music, I sometimes prefer a little bit harshness in the vocals. But that contrast that they have within each other, within the group, allows for them to do either or. But it's really nice that we get to hear Bob today. Back to the groovy vibe. Okay, I'll try to count to 7. I think it's 7/4. Beautiful. It's a great melody. This is so good, this song. Dude, if they pivot on the minor chord to minor, this would be a crazier song. We'll see if they do it. It's my wishful thinking, maybe. This is so good. This song, oh, dude, like this song is immediately stuck in my brain. I love everything about it. The melody up like is at the top of my list in terms of like things that I look at uh, for me to just like enjoy a song, and I love the melody in this one. There was hints of melancholy with those minor chords. We never fully pivoted into the minor scale, which is what my wishful thinking hat was on for momentarily. But what we got was something even cooler. We were consistently bouncing in this almost limbo gray zone between a really bright major sound and a minor sound, and in between is this groovy middle, and that is where this song for the most part completely resided, in this really groovy middle where I could pick out notes in the major scale that sounded really pleasant given a certain voicing, and similarly in the relative minor scale where the voicing for the minor note or leading tone made sense. And man, Bob's vocals on this, they definitely deserve like their own thread of discussion, because it's something about the timbre of his voice, but there is an earthy, rich kind of quality about it that when added to the Grateful Dead's light sound often, it's a really interesting contrast, especially when you consider like Jerry's voice, like I brought up earlier, which is a bit thinner. When you hear them together in like the majority of Grateful Dead songs that I've reacted to, usually Jerry's voice is more prominent and made louder in the mix, whereas Bob's voice in those harmonies is a bit lower. It almost is like, a couple meters back behind Jerry. And it works for that style, but, if you want a song with a bit of a heartier vocal presence, then the songs where Bob is doing that might be right up your alley in terms of what you would prefer as a Grateful Dead listener. So I guess I would pass the question off to you. How many of you guys prefer Bob's vocals and presence and guitar work to Jerry's, or vice versa? It doesn't have to be competitive. It's like 1A, 1B kind of comparison, but I'm just curious where your own preferences lie as it relates to that, because I certainly see both arguments. I, for one, really appreciate the earthiness in his voice. I would need to hear more Bob Weir prominent tracks to really make a clear-cut decision, but the probabilities right now are like 52-48 one way or the other, and ask me tomorrow and it'll change. In terms of these three songs that we checked out today, I think Estimated Profit just takes the cake for me in terms of my own personal enjoyment. But then close second is Sugar Magnolia. Absolutely, that song it deserves to go into my like happy playlist. I have one of those on my Spotify where I just put songs that make me feel happy, and I can imagine it being great for a late summer night on the beach playing volleyball. Now you've got a campfire going, friends just hanging out, dancing, swaying along to the oceans. I don't know. It's a good song, man. I love that there's such variety in the world of Grateful Dead. I'm just excited to hear more. So if you guys have requests, please send them my way using the first link in the description box below. But as always, my friends, have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care and peace.